All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into this video, you guys. Today, we are going to be talking about my trade results for day one of my funded E8 100K account, you guys. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into this video, obviously, you guys, I have to do a quick government risk disclaimer and let you guys know that trading is risky. Any information that you get in this video, it is not financial advice. This is just me purely showing you guys my results as a trader, right? And how you could potentially get funded with a prop firm company such as E8 Markets, Funder Pro, or Alpha Capital, right? So that is what this video is purely attended for. And let's get straight into this video, you guys. So right now I'm going to show you guys a trade that we took today, right? Today is a Monday. It's Monday, October the 13th, right? There was no news, nothing really too crazy going on today. And I was essentially taking this trade down here in this first presented fair value gap. All right, so let's swap over to the higher time frame so I can break down this trade for you guys. I was looking at the hourly time frame. All right, and the reason why I was looking at the hourly is because down here, right, you guys can see we have this 1 hour candle with no wick on there, right? So I do think price is going to eventually want to come back and retest this level, but I don't think it will be today. And then we also have a new week opening gap that was created this week, right, on Sunday at 6 p.m., right? That is the time where you're always going to be looking for the new week opening gap to be created. So I'm looking at this candle right here with no wick, right? I'm looking at this candle right here with no wick, and I don't think we're going to get back below this. So this is going to, for me, is going to act like a breakaway gap, right? And then also on a 1 hour time frame, we had this engulfing candle right here, right? So I have been watching a lot of JCap videos, and this is one thing JCaps talk about all the time is just engulfing candle pattern. So if I don't think the market is going to go lower, then what am I looking for? Well, I'm going to look for the market to potentially go higher, right? Either to back to this new week opening gap right here, or we also have a pivot zone up here, but I don't think the market is going to get all the way up there, right? So we have this 1 hour engulfing candle, right, which is these two candles right here. It's essentially meaning that this candle broke out the top and the bottom of this little red candle right here, right? This big green candle broke out the top and the bottom of this little red candle. Now, if we go to the 5-minute chart, I'm going to show you guys exactly what else I was looking at right here. Whenever you see this kind of a pattern, you guys, where there's a big gap, right, fair value gap, and then the market comes back above and break over the top of that, this is going to become a inversion fair value gap, right? So what I'm going to do, and what I did do, is I used the bottom of this stop loss because I'm still taking my entry the way that JCap talks about on his video, right? So I'm still taking my entry using this as my stop loss. All right. And I'm going to wait for the market to come back into a discount, which it did, right? If we measure these levels, the market came back into a discount, which is also what the first presented fair value gap, right? This is the first presented fair value gap from today. And this is why I always tell you guys to use the first presented fair value gap if you want to, start having some really good entries, if you want to really start, learning how to use the first presented fair value gap to read price action. This is how you're going to use it, right? I don't always take entries off the first presented fair value gap. A lot of the times I'm just using it to see where the market is going to go, right? So we have all of these things lining up. We have the first presented fair value gap. We have the 8:30 opening candle, which is that yellow line right here. We have a VWAP, right? We have all of these things. So I did take like 5 or 6 entries in here, and then I got out pretty much as this market was going up. I didn't want to hold and be too greedy because it is a Monday. And I made about $422 in my funded account, right? So that was a pretty good way to start it off. Honestly, you guys, my goal with this account is to really take my time and not over leverage, because I feel like that's one of my biggest problems. Like, I've blown so many accounts in the past that when I do get funded, I just want to make money right away. And with this E8 account that I have a 100K one-step E8 account. So it's kind of sort of like futures accounts almost. they give me 4% drawdown, then they give me 6% target, right, to complete the challenge. But during the funded stage, I have a 2% daily pause, right, which I'm not that big of a fan of, but it doesn't really bother me too much either because obviously I'm trying to manage my risk properly and actually make money on the account, actually keep the account, right? So I have a 2% drawdown every day, right, where they're going to give me a daily pause. So right now, my goal is to just build a cushion. And that's why I took profits, and I'm actually glad that I took profits because, as you guys can see right here, if we didn't take profits, the market would have just came right back down to where we was already in at. Could this be another entry opportunity? Probably, probably. But am I going to get in? No, only because it's a Monday and I don't want to pretty much do too much. Like I said, we're trying to build this cushion on this account right now. So for me to get a payout, I need to build at least my goal is to make 10,000, right? Because I have to pretty much make the drawdown, which is 4,000, and then I have to pretty much make money on top of that so I can have a cushion. So when I do take a payout, it's not, having a real negative effect on my drawdown, right? So my goal is to make at least 10,000 on this account, take out 2,500 for my first payout. Then that will leave my account with an extra 2,500, or I'm sorry, actually an extra 3,500 of drawdown, right? Because then I still have 7,500 in the account, right? And the buffer is 4,000 and up. So I think that will be a really good cushion. So right now, I'm not even really trying to think too much about the payouts. I'm just really trying to think about taking profits and treating this account as if it's a real account, you guys, because that's one thing that I fail to do a lot of the times when I'm funded is treat these accounts like it's a real account because, yes, it's virtual right now, but I just made $422 in one day, right, on a funded account. So even though I can't take that money out, I don't have access to that money, I still want to treat it like it's a real deal account because, once you build that cushion, you can really start making some big money on these funded accounts, you guys. So just wanted to give y'all a quick update. Some of y'all may already know from the community posts, like I've been real stressed out lately. That's why I haven't been posting. I just been taking it easy on my mental health recently. I've blown a lot of accounts up, so that definitely didn't help towards my mental health. But if you guys want to help, if you guys want to help my mental health, if you guys want to support the channel, make sure to use code Trucking if you guys are going to go in there and check out E8 Markets, Funder Pro, Alpha Capital. We're affiliated with Apex. We're affiliated with Trade Day, right? So if you guys are going to go in there and buy any accounts, funding ticks accounts, make sure to always use code Trucking, and that would definitely help me out tremendously, you guys. I am so close to becoming a profitable trader. I just need a little bit of support along the way, and I do think I can get there, you guys. So that's the video. Just wanted to show y'all a quick breakdown of my trades and how I use pretty much ICT concepts and a few other things coupled in there to find a good trade. And like I said, look at this market. It's coming down again. I'm so glad I got out because honestly, I wasn't expecting it to come back down this far, especially after it came back down and had a little bit of a bounce up. I would have been very freaked out right now if I was still in this trade, you guys. So that's the trade, you guys. Just wanted to give y'all a live update while the market is still going. I don't know exactly when I'm going to post this video, but I hope you guys learned something from this video. Just remember, we use the higher time frame and the lower time frames. Some people think that it's a end all be all, like only use the higher or only use the lower time frame. No, you have to couple everything up into one package deal, right? Couple everything up, and then that's how you eventually start to find your trades, you guys. So I am going to end this video with that. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.